It's funny you bring up the follow-up because I had this exact conversation with someone on a previous episode is how do you do the follow-up in a respectful and not creepy way? Because the only advice I ever got was like, remember birthdays and wedding anniversaries. And if,
Oh,
yeah, and I don't know about you, but if I got, a card or an email from someone about my birthday or an anniversary
yeah,
and
it's
it's
weird.
not on Facebook, it's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're like researching me, unless you're an actor or we're really close. I think, because actor birthday crap is out there all over the place. Thanks, IMDb.
Yeah. So with that, can I ask what kind of strategies or broad questions do you ask yourself when doing the follow-up for network?
Um, so it depends on who, if we're like if I'm meeting other producers, executives, let's like have the business sense, maybe not actors, but even actors I do this with too.
Hmm.
Um, a lot of the people, like I went to a USC networking thing recently
Hmm.
and the mixer thing, and I follow up with people that I get contacts for. I say, thank you so much it was great meeting you, blah, blah, depending on what angle I'm trying to do. Let's say they work for Netflix and I'm trying to get into Netflix. I mean, I
Hmm.
did this with Netflix actually.
Oh.
Um, that I think I was the only one in all of our group that formulated a relationship with this guy, because I kept just like, hi, I just wanted to check in, see how you're doing, blah, blah, blah. You know, Depending on, am I trying to get him a resume? It kind of just, I have to tailor it to what I'm trying to do. Am I trying to get him a resume? I try to talk not only about that. That's like a little bit of the thing. You want to like be appreciated for your work. And I think something that really stands out is when you take the time to research the person and say, hey, I loved your film that you did, blah, 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 blah. That was really cool. Because so many people just go straight to the chase, what they want. And it's
Right.
really, I'm of a very different mindset.
Hmm.
Often I offer, what is there anything I can do to help you? And I mean that with wholeheartedly. Like I did an interview recently and I said, is there anything I can do to help you with your path? And he was like, I'm really good right now, but I appreciate you asking, and blah, blah, blah. And so I often will do that before I'm like, here's my resume. And it's not just like, I'm not just doing it to do it. I really do mean it. And I will do what it takes to help them if they need something. Often they're not going to call you out on which they need from you because they don't. But later on, like the Netflix guy, I've known him for a year and a half now, and he's an executive over at Netflix. And you just do the check-in. I've got an executive at Disney that I just will be like, hi, here's what project I'm working on. And he's like, I love seeing all these projects and you just keep going and you never give up. And like, so it's kind of a loaded question. They're not generic. I really take the time to do it, but I continue to keep doing it. So like the Disney guy I've known for 15, 20 years, and I keep just checking in. He's never going to be able to do anything for me. He's in music, the
Mm.
music side of it. Well,
Hmm.
unless I need a musical artist in Disney or something like that. But you never know who he knows. And,
Hmm.
it's just, I think that's really part of your network. You just keep expanding it, even if that person's not going to help you. And also, they may not be able to help you. I'm of a very different mindset on this, is I share my connections.
Mm.
So if somebody else needed help getting their project into, I just did this with Eric Roberts. Somebody asked me about Eric Roberts and they were like, how much did he need? How much did he charge? I said, I can't tell you that. And then they were like, well, da, 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 da. And it was another producer. I'm not on the project at all. And I said, well, let me see if I can try to help you and get you a rate and maybe get your script over there, kind of thing
Hmm.
like that. And I'm not even in it, which most people think only unless I'm involved, unless you're giving me something, then I'm not going to help you and I don't agree with that. I honestly think if you help somebody with your connections, let's pretend you're not wasting that connection, because I honestly think if they're not going to help somebody, they're probably not going to help you. So for
Right.
you, like coveting it for the right time when you need that Netflix contact for your project, you know, but I'm of a very different mindset than most people, because I'm more about giving and being generous, and it'll come back to me rather than me just holding on for myself.
That is interesting because, I both know there are a lot of people in this town who do hold on to things to themselves and they are more than happy to take and take and take without giving back.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.